Ever get that gut-wrenching feeling looking back? Years gone, dreams collecting dust. Maybe it's a failed relationship, a stalled career, or that nagging emptiness from too many lost opportunities. It's a crushing weight, isn't it? Like dragging an anchor of what-ifs. Convinced your best chapters are written, the ink dry on your potential. That despair, that deep-seated belief that what's lost is lost forever, can feel utterly absolute. Is this really all there is? But what if that's the biggest lie you've ever believed? What if those moments of regret, those wasted years, aren't a full stop, but a comma hiding a profound secret to a future more vibrant than you dare hope? An ancient, unshakable promise in Joel 2 verse 25 declares with stunning, divine certainty, "I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten." This isn't mere poetry, my friend. It's a powerful, active decree of restoration. And here's the real kicker, the part many miss. This promised restoration is about so much more than just getting back what was lost. It's a hint of something far greater, a divine upgrade. If this promise carries such weight, what exactly are these locusts in our lives? And how does this ancient vow confront the setbacks you're facing right now? That's the critical question, isn't it? These locusts, the insidious thieves of our precious years, we all know loss, but do we always spot the real culprits? The locusts devouring our years often wear cunning, modern disguises, and you might be truly shocked to find them lurking so close by. Think about those failed ambitions, that career path ending in a frustrating dead end, the business dream that spectacularly crashed. Years, simply eaten, or the raw, lingering heartbreak from broken relationships, leaving deep, aching scars that whisper lies. More life, seemingly devoured. Then, the silent, draining battles, prolonged health struggles relentlessly chipping at your vitality, or those desolate seasons of spiritual dryness where God felt miles away, your spirit a parched, barren wasteland. These aren't just isolated bad days, my friend. These are modern locusts waging a deliberate war on your time, your peace, and your God-given future. Now, this isn't new. Ancient Israel knew this devastation viscerally. Picture relentless locust swarms stripping their land bare, fields decimated, livelihoods obliterated, a nation on its knees, a stark portrait of loss, a consequence of their disobedience, a season of judgment. You'd expect that to be the tragic end, right? But here's the mind-blowing twist. Even in their catastrophic, self-inflicted failure, God's incredible mercy roared louder than their mistakes. He didn't abandon them. Instead, in the ashes, he promised total Israel's restoration, not just crops, but hearts, purpose, their very connection with him. That radical, almost unbelievable divine promise extends to you today, to your unique locusts. So, if God offered such comprehensive restoration then, even amidst their failings, what does his unwavering promise truly mean for the years you feel have been stolen? And, crucially, how does he even begin to reverse that pervasive damage? Reversing that kind of pervasive damage, healing those deep wounds, it often begins unexpectedly, with a principle defying human logic. It starts when we grasp a revolutionary concept. What if your deepest wounds, the very things making you wince with regret, were not liabilities, but the raw material for your greatest strength, your most profound impact? Sounds impossible, almost controversial, doesn't it? But this, my friends, is where divine alchemy kicks in. Romans 8 verse 28 assures us that in all things, God works for good for those who love him. All things, not just some. Imagine a business that spectacularly failed, leaving only debt and shame, or a debilitating illness stealing years and derailing ambitions. The pain is immense, loss suffocating. But then a shift. That entrepreneur, with hard-won wisdom, now mentors others from similar pitfalls, their failure a beacon. The one who battled illness emerges with fierce compassion, a lifeline for those still fighting. Their deepest pain becomes their most powerful platform. You see, every trial, every detour, is woven into a grander story. In God's economy, these aren't wasted. They become foundations for something more significant. He takes our brokenness, shaping it into a stunning testimony, proof of his faithfulness lighting the way. The years you thought wasted, he was working, preparing you, refining you, mistakes, priceless lessons, heartbreak, deepened compassion, troubled dreams. They made space for something far greater. So, could your wasted moments be secretly forging your destiny? Are your scars battle maps, not blemishes? If our pain can be so transformed, what does this restored life feel like? Is it just returning to normal, or is something more astonishing in store? That's the burning question, right? If God turns pain to purpose, what's the quality of that restored life? Are we just aiming for normal? Forget normal. What if that's aiming too low? What if God's plan isn't just repair, but a breathtaking, divine upgrade you never saw coming? Prepare for shattered expectations. This isn't superficial happiness tied to perfect circumstances. No, we're talking profound, renewed joy, like King David sought in Psalm 51 verse 12. Restore to me the joy of your salvation. It's deep gladness, resilient hope anchored in who God is, not your surroundings. And this God specializes in making all things new, not just patching holes. He re-landscapes. Isaiah 43 verse 19. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Where you see barrenness, he sees highways, gushing rivers. That's divine restoration, not mere reversal, but phenomenal enhancement. He doesn't just return what was taken, he multiplies it. He doesn't just heal wounds, he uses them to forge strength. He ushers you into new rooms you never knew existed. Imagine a master craftsman with a priceless, ancient violin. He meticulously repairs each crack, revives its soul. When finished, it sounds richer, its melody deeper. Your scars, those painful memories, in God's hands, they don't disqualify, they become part of your unique, more beautiful melody, scars to beauty. This is his work, redeeming the past into unexpected glory. So, are you truly ready to believe, deep down, that what's ahead could be far greater than anything left behind? This upgrade concept is powerful, but the journey often tests us. How do we navigate it, especially when stuck in a detour, awaiting that promised newness? Navigating detours, those agonizing waits for newness, it's tough. But what if those detours are the path? For a mind-blowing example, look at one of history's most dramatic stories. Betrayed, sold, falsely accused, forgotten in a filthy dungeon for years. By human accounts, Joseph's youth was a catastrophic waste. Or was it? Could that pit, that prison, be the secret training ground for an astonishing, unseen plan? Imagine the injustice, the crushing hopelessness, years vanishing, dreams dying. Can you imagine Joseph thinking God forgot him, his life a write-off? But the story flips, revealing God's stunning work. Those seemingly wasted years were intense divine preparation. Every trial, every betrayal, forged his character, taught resilience, dependence on God, qualities vital for the monumental task ahead. And when God's timing was perfect, he didn't just restore Joseph, he elevated him to unimaginable heights. Decades later, facing the brothers who sold him into that nightmare, Joseph delivers a profound truth. No bitterness, just breathtaking perspective. Genesis 50 verse 20. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, the saving of many lives. Mic drop. What looked like a dead end was God's path to purpose. Trials that could break became tools for greatness. That's the Joseph principle. Your detours can become divine appointments. It makes you wonder, could your delays, your wasted time, be God positioning you for something greater? What if your prison is prelude to your palace? Joseph's story reveals God masterfully using painful detours. But embracing this means surrendering to a slow, confusing process. How do we cooperate with this divine waiting game without losing heart? That crucial question of cooperating with a divine waiting game, especially when it feels agonizingly slow and utterly confusing, is where so many of us stumble. How do you keep faith when the silence is deafening and the horizon looks unchanged? Let's be real, nobody enjoys waiting, right? It feels like stagnation, like life's hit an indefinite pause button. But here's a perspective shift that might just blow your mind. What if that waiting room isn't a place of cosmic frustration, but a sacred, hidden workshop? What if it's the exact space where God performs his deepest, most transformative work in you? meticulously preparing you before he unleashes his greatest, most visible work through you. This understanding changes everything. Our instinct screams for immediate fixes. We want the express delivery of breakthroughs. That frustration of waiting on God's timeline can be intense. But God's divine process is rarely rushed. It's often wonderfully, maddeningly gradual. Surrendering isn't giving up, it's active trust, choosing faith over feeling day by day, even with zero visible evidence. Because it's in these uncomfortable waiting seasons that our character undergoes profound refinement. Our faith, stretched, grows surprisingly strong. Our hearts are meticulously prepared, softened, made ready for all he has planned. Think of it as a divine pressure cooker, forging resilience. Then, almost imperceptibly, you see them, the fingerprints of God, a sudden peace, an unexpected door creaking open, that quiet assurance, he's moving. These are whispers of the divine process, signs of restoration. This personal transformation, this journey, strips away self-reliance, deepens our dependence on his grace, and refines our desires. The waiting itself becomes a gift, the breakthrough you're longing for. It is coming, but are you actively cultivating the heart that's truly ready to receive it? Because readiness, my friend, is everything. Understanding this divine waiting game is vital. But what tangible steps can we take to partner with God when that dawn finally begins to break? So, that dawn is breaking. You've navigated the waiting, understood the divine preparation. Now, it's action time. It's about actively partnering with God for your incredible new beginning. You hear that whisper, don't you? That insidious lie. It's too late. Missed your chance. Disqualified. But what if, right now, God is handing you a fresh pen, urging you to co-author your most spectacular comeback story, starting today? What if your greatest chapter is unwritten? Those nagging voices of regret try to anchor you to past failures. But God's truth thunders. His Joel 2 verse 25 promise isn't a suggestion. It's an unbreakable vow. I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. Note the certainty. I will, not I might. It's a done deal if you claim it. Your divine green light. When this sinks in, when restoration hits, gratitude erupts. It's Psalm 30 verses 11 to 12. You turn my wailing into dancing. How do we actively partner in this? It's practical. Your 4-step comeback blueprint. First, release the past. Forgive others. Crucially, forgive yourself. Let go of what ifs. Don't let regret anchor you. Cut that cord. Today. Second, trust his process. Restoration is often gradual, a daily obedience walk even with a blurry picture. Every faith step moves you closer. Keep walking. Third, stay expectant. Remind yourself of his promises daily. Speak them over your life. Cultivate gratitude, celebrating tiny signs of his faithfulness. Expect good. Fourth, prepare for the new thing. This isn't just recovering loss. It's stepping into something greater. God takes you further. Get ready for it. This act of partnership, these practical steps, unlock the door. Your story isn't over. Thrilling chapters are ahead. It truly is your turn to dance. Embracing these steps is a daily choice for your restored destiny. But what does this ultimately mean for your life's grand narrative? And how do you sustain this incredible forward momentum? Sustaining that momentum, grasping your life's grand narrative, it all hinges on this unshakable truth. God's power to redeem, restore, and renew every part of your story is absolute. His pen is mightier than any past pain. No season of loss, however devastating, dictates your final chapter when he is the divine author. We've journeyed from wasted years into his incredible promise, seeing pain become purpose, detours become divine appointments. This isn't about looking back wistfully. It's realizing your past doesn't chain your future. Your absolute best days are not behind you. They are ahead, shimmering with potential, inviting you to embrace the future. So what's your next move? Don't just absorb this, apply it. Today, right now, choose one what if, one regret, and release it. Speak Joel 2 verse 25 over your life. God will restore my wasted years. Then, take that first brave step into the new thing he's preparing. What will your step be? Don't wait for a sign. Be the sign with faith-fueled action. Embrace your restored destiny. Feel that divine renewal. Your story isn't over. It's starting a breathtaking new chapter. The divine author is ready, pen poised, eager to write something beautiful with your life. Will you dare to turn that page with him?